All right, family. Black Power. Black Power is the truth hour with General SARA. SETI. Kick back, get your mind ready for some information that's guaranteed to be heavy. We got this knowledge going on, extended version for the family out there. Most definitely, you know you rocking with the best, General SARA SETI. Today we're gonna be dealing with how did the little people from Africa end up in ancient Mexico with the Olmecs, as we witnessed that the Twa peoples of Africa. You see, and later to be known as the Negritos in Asia. But these is the only two peoples in on the planet. You see that are under the category of a Twa. You see a little short people, and so we're gonna show and prove that Africa and Asia is the two continents with the only two continents with a little African person. You see, we're gonna deal with that. Before we get started, make sure you get over there to Patreon, like the video, family, like it, Black Power, give it a thumbs up. You can donate. Link is right there in the chat for the family who feel the presentation is off the chain. Also, get over to General SETI Patreon, over 500 exclusive live streams. You already know. We don't have to go over that. It's off the chain. KingSETI.com, online marketplace, official General SETI products, t-shirts, hoodies, DVDs, African and Kemetic jewelry. We've got some fly products over there, family. Also, most definitely think about becoming a member. General SETI's page, Sarah Student SETI's page, and got some exclusive videos for you when you do. And make sure you get a video a thumbs up, like it because you love it. Share it with your family and friends and comment. Just don't say nothing stupid because you will get banned. Now here we go, family. As we look behind us, I got the video. I got you know, the photo, so I can show you. Let me see where it's at. Let me make sure it's on what I need it on. Let me make sure it's on what I need it on. You feel me? Let me make sure it's on what I need it on. So when I go to work, you understand what I'm saying? I'm on you. You understand? I'm gonna put that body work. You feel me? Go in them ribs. You feel me? That's where I gotta go in them ribs. Make it hurt. You feel with the truth. Should have been on there already. Okay, there you go right there. There you go right there. There you go right there. Let me get it on in here for you so y'all see what it is. Right there. So it's very critical that we understand those are the little twat people. And they have the helmet of the Olmec on their head. So those are also a part of the Olmec clan. Now, what's critical? Now, I looked it up. Now, I make sure I come with them goddamn receipts. You see what I'm saying? I make sure I come with them goddamn receipts. So when I look it up, that people that this is not just no made up information. You feel me? So wait a minute. Let me make sure I get to where I need to be. I looked it up. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it should have been right behind this one. Should have been right behind this one. Should have been right behind this one. Okay. Okay, is that it right there? I think that's it right there. There you go. There you go. There you go right here. Bingo. Now, when we talk about the twa, Okay. I asked the, AI, say, are the Twa the shortest people on the earth? Why did I ask that? Because clearly I was trying to see if maybe the other continents, have some little peoples, but my studies told me that African people are the only people on the planet that got a little Twa. You see, you got a short, which they about damn near 4 feet on average. Not 4 feet, but 4'11" to about 5 feet on average. And so when I looked the answer up, it said the Twa Batwa are among the shortest people on earth, but they are not the single shortest. Because there's other names for the Twa. I know them as the Twa, but they got other Mbuti, Congo. Okay. Mbuti, Congo, average male height is 11'4". Okay. Mbuti, among the shortest known, among the very shortest known population. That's in the Congo. Okay. That's very interesting because it's right there on the Atlantic. Again, we right there on that Atlantic. You feel me? The Baka or the Bayaka. Okay, Baka or Bayaka. Cameroon, Gabon, Congo. Average male height 4'11" to 5 feet. Okay, then you got the Twa, the Batwa, that's Rwanda, Uganda, and Congo. Average male height 5 feet to 5'1". Slightly taller on average than the Mbuti and the Baka groups. And then in Southeast Asia, you got the Negrito groups. The Iata, the Agta, and the Adamese Negrito. See, Aita, Agata, and Adamese Negrito groups. Many are 4'10" to 5 feet. Okay. Some individuals even shorter than the African groups. Okay. So when I asked the Twa, to see, that was my clarification. I thought the Twa was the name for the entire group, but it wasn't. So we understand that those are those are Negro. Those are the Negrito. All of those are black. Okay, but you didn't, there was no little Twa or no little Negrito in North America. There was no Twa or natural occurring Twa or Negrito in North America. Yet and still they ended up in a lot of the carvings. So the question is, who are they? Now, what we got to be clear about, because motherfuckers going, you got a midget. And I'm gonna look this up right now. Okay, let's see. Because I'm gonna clarify something, because a lot of people will try to create some bullshit. Okay, they don't. Okay. So I put in they don't like to use the term midget. That's considered offensive today. So they don't use. Okay, so I put in there a dwarf, because we got to understand what the difference between these, so you don't get twisted. Dwarfism is a medical condition, not an ethnicity. So if a motherfucker tell you, oh, it's not a dwarf, these are actually Twa that I'm showing you. Usually caused by a genetic condition, disproportionate body parts, shorter arms and legs. So that's the difference between the Twa. See, I come with the science now. So Twa, Negrito, even though they short, they limbs, they legs and their arms are proportionate to their torso and their head. You feel what I'm saying? They're a normal person. But a dwarf is a genetic condition. And usually they not no usually their arms and legs are short, but have a normal torso. Okay, so they are short, but you could tell the difference in them. You see, you could tell the difference. They got a regular torso with short legs, short arms. Okay, exist in all population worldwide, not connected to cultural groups like the Twa. So dwarf is a medical condition, and so again, so the term is, they say midget is outdated. Today is a very short, so they're using a new term, a so-called midget. The correct medical term is proportionate short stature. I don't know how the fuck they expect, and the respectful way to refer is simply a person with short stature. Okay, so a person with short stature, but that could be a Twa. So I mean, y'all got to come up with something better than that. So again, the so-called midget. Again, this term is okay. A person who is very short, okay, but has proportionate body parts, no condition affecting limb proportions. Modern medical term, proportionate dwarfism or short stature. Height usually below 4'10". Okay. So I mean, it's so that it's not a group. You see, yeah, it's not a group. So this is just a person. You see, and so the Twa are an indigenous ethnic group. You see what I'm saying? This is a group. This is an ethnic group. While the dwarf, again, that's disproportionate, and the midget just a short person. And they say that they could literally, they uh no condition affecting limb proportion. So they could be short limbs. I mean regular limbs and things too, but it's just a person. You see, it's just a person. So when you start seeing more than one, you know that it's a ethnic group, and the only ethnic groups where that we have of short people on the planet are the Twa, the Mbuti, the Negrito. You see, and so essential. So their body parts are also proportionate. Okay, proportionate, healthy adults. Okay, that's so to make that clear. Now I asked the question, uh, what did North America, because we had to get into this before. Does North America have an indigenous race short like the Twa? I put that in there. North America does not have any indigenous population with the extreme short advantage stature seen among the Twa, Mbuti, or other Central African rainforest peoples. See, so we clearing this shit up. Now we had to clear this shit up. Were twilight short stature people in ancient North America? The answer is no. The answer is no. Do you want me to read it again? Were there twilight short statured people in ancient North America? The answer is no. All known indigenous peoples. Let me make sure I'm in the house. Let me make sure I'm in the house. Yeah, yeah. All known indigenous peoples of North America, Arctic Plains, Southwest, Southeast, Eastern Woodlands, California, North, West Coast, Great Basin, etc., all fall within normal human height ranges, with no group averaging 4'10" to 5 feet the way rainforest pygmies groups do. Why? Short stature rainforest groups, Twa, Mbuti, Baka, Aeta, Adamese, etc., evolved their height for very specific environmental reasons. This dense equatorial rainforest, high humidity and poor thermal regulation for larger bodies, limited large gain protein, need for agility in thick jungle, long isolation of small hunter-gatherer bands. So North America did not have these conditions anywhere on the continent. So no equivalent body type evolution occurred. That's devastating. That's devastating. That's really devastating. You understand? Because let me turn this down. Pictures, and there are two right there. There are two right there. So where did they come from, family? Can you explain that to me? Where did they come? How is they and matter of fact, not only is they Twa, and you can see that they're Africans. You can see that they're Africans, and I got more. They got the helmets of the Olmecs on. They got the helmets of the Olmecs on. So there it is right there. So, this is, and not only that, not only that, not only that, let me come over there, because those are really short people. Those are really short people right there. You see what I'm saying? But let me show you some more. But that's just like Bess is in the calendar. You see, Bess is also in the calendar. Now I dropped that one in there. Where I seen Pakal, or this one king. He was a Mayan king, and he had this damn Twa. He had this damn Twa, on his relief. And you could tell it was an African Twa, because you could tell the nose was real thick. You see? So matter of fact, I don't know where I dropped it. I probably dropped it in right there. I probably dropped it in right there where this one is at. Hold on. That's what I remember doing. I had the book long time ago, and it was called The Pope of Wool. And so I should have put it right where I needed to put it. I'm always dropping some shit in that and don't know where I drop it at, because I got 1,000 goddamn photos on here right now. You see what I'm saying? But I can look it right back up. I just had it. Wait a minute, hold on. It's called The Pope of Wool. Yeah, the Twa was in Ireland too. They was all over. When up in Europe, they was called the Negrito. Not the Negrito, but the Grimaldis. Up in Europe, they was called the Grimaldis. Okay. There you go right there. There you go right there. I got right back to it. I got to get the biggest. I got to get the biggest picture of it with the yeah, the ones up in Europe, they became the legend that became the leprechauns. That's where they get the elves from and all that shit, because they were looked at as magic. And they did have magic. You see, they did have magic. Okay, right there. Let me drop this in right quick. I don't think this is the I don't think this is the, because I need to be able to blow this up. No, I can probably I think it's one bigger than that. I had this book, man. Do you know how much they want to charge a motherfucker for getting this book online now? Man, somebody had that motherfucker on there for like 300 motherfucking dollars. Like, god damn. Man, once that motherfucker go out of print, man, motherfuckers be wanting them books, man. Shit. I don't think I paid no more than about $20 for the motherfucker. They want about 300 for the motherfucker now. Cause it probably out of print. So when you see right here, you can see him right there. That's the little Twa right there. And you could tell by his nose and shit that it's like a little pudgy ass nose. So they ain't got no that, but that's what you seeing right here though. You know, so you got the Twa over here in America that came over with the Olmec. Matter of fact, this one, yeah. Yeah, they came over. Let me get a copy of that. Now this is supposed to be the altar, but you can see that that's also the Egyptian. The four you can see the four pillars of heaven. You see the four pillars of heaven. They holding up the pillars. Okay, let me put that in there. So this is the Twa, and then you can get the also the other one. I don't know if I got that one on here too. Yeah, the Twa is over here. The Twa is over here. So where did they come from? They came from Africa. They came from Africa. Now we can also look up, because many of these is in the Congo. You feel me? You see, many of them is in the Congo, and that damn near right across from goddamn Brazil and shit, and this, that, and the third. So they can catch that damn it's what is the one that bring you, hold on. It brings you right across. I think it's the South what current. Okay, so you could take the North Equatorial Current, but the other one, the South Equatorial Current too, also flows westward, brings you to northern Brazil and the Amazon region. So it's that so that's that South Equatorial current, and it's down more near South America. So and in between lower Southern Africa and South America, and so it's no coincidence that you're seeing these type of and even the one where the little we look like the little grandmama, they call them the little grandmama, and it's a little short little it's in Laventa too. I think I could pull it up right quick. I think I could pull it up. We got the little mohawk. Got the little mohawk on their head. Let me see if I can find that. There you go. Right there. There you go right there. There you go right there. There you go right there. And you see the little Twa with the himba. Got the himba hairdo, which later became the mohawk. Which later became the mohawk. You see? Later became the mohawk, the himba. Okay. And so, when these pale wanna be, these pale Indians got a hold of it, it became the mohawk right there. You see what I'm saying? Now that brother right there, he got a slick little himbo. You got his shit braided in every motherfucking thing. You see? But that's what it became. So so the fact that you got the Twa over here is just, it's just actual fact. Because we didn't just looked up where North America does not have a little short people like that, indigenous to these continents. No, they don't. So that's that. Then we just want to continue, and we just getting started, family. We just getting started. This is just the beginning of what we doing. Hold on, let me see. What? Hey Ray, what's this nigga? You got somebody in there running off at their chops, Ray. This motherfucker being flagrant. You gotta get that bitch ass nigga out of there. Yeah, he running off at his mouth. Where he at? Is he on? He must be on the other one. I'll get rid of him. Yeah. 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 Most definitely. Yeah. Yeah, I seen the one. I got him. Yeah, I just took him out of there. Some motherfucker named Ralph 3100. That motherfucker was talking shit. He was in between two of your comments, so you probably hadn't seen his ass yet. But I knocked his ass off. Yeah, I went on here. We putting up these facts, man. It's hurting motherfuckers now. It's hurting motherfuckers. So we heard it. We'll say it once again. Matter of fact, we don't need to say it again that North America does not possess a little short twa, a little short people. They are not indigenous over there. They came from Africa. They came from Africa. Once again, it's on right, and a lot of them is in the Congo. Come out of the Congo, just happen to be right across the water from South America, Central America, right in that area. So it is what it is that they came across with the Olmec too. They came across with the Olmec too. We got one more for the road family. Yeah, he was in the general feed. And he ain't in no feed now. Yeah, that bitch motherfucker ain't in no feed now. But anyway, we got one more for the road. Don't you go nowhere if you're just coming in. Tap right back in. We're gonna talk about Quetzalcoatl and the feathered serpent worship of ancient Egypt and yeah, that motherfucker up out of here, Ray. I went on here and sniped his ass. You feel me? Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the winged feathered serpent of ancient Egypt and Olmec. We just showing improvement. You see, we're looking at all the facts and shit so that we clear that these were a Kushite global brotherhood federation. You see, that they wasn't just over here isolated like you niggas with isolated minds. You feel me? So stay tuned. We'll be right, black family, black power.